Aquarius, welcome to your reading. Today we're going to do a energy check-in, kind of see where you're at. We're going to see if there's any messages that Spirit would like to tell you. We're just going to see if there's any advice to help you on anything that you're going through. And basically, just read your energy, try to give you some clarity. Okay, we got the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I just want to note that. And that's a defensive energy. That's an energy of not wanting to let things in. You don't want anything to pierce that bubble that you've created for yourself, right? Maybe you've gone through a lot and you don't want anyone to come in and fuck all that up. And I don't blame you. It looks like you've been spending some time trying to do some healing. With this Queen of Wands, we're talking about doing some healing here. The Four of Swords and the Queen of Wands. This is, you've spent some time trying to heal yourself, healing your heart, healing a lot that's been going on. It just seems like there's a few things that specifically you've had to heal from. And this is talking about you're coming out of that energy into this manifester, this powerful manifester. I mean, the Queen of Wands is a magical person and a very determined person also. So I feel like with this healing that you've done or have been working on, and then you're moving into the Queen of Wands energy, this is like this with this death and rebirth. This is talking about you go from being maybe unsure and not knowing exactly what step to take next, not knowing how you're going to move forward, to a major manifester. So that's where the death card comes in, like that rebirth. There's a rebirth. I feel like for a long time you were stuck. There was a feeling of being trapped. There's this feeling of you didn't know which way you were going to go. You didn't know. Maybe this is what's happening now. You are potentially going through a spiritual awakening. I'm going to be honest. Because with this Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, and then the Death card, that really speaks to a spiritual awakening. That speaks to a whole new you, right? And I believe this is something that you really wanted, this spiritual awakening. I think that you're well aware that that is the only way. I guess that's not the only way, but that's the way that you're going to need to move forward out of this trapped feeling, out of this feeling like nothing's working out for me. It's like you feel trapped. You don't know what to do, right? Nothing's working out for you. And you're not seeing that there's all of this energy here trying to come to you. You're too busy worried about these 3 empty bowls, man, that you can't even, you weren't noticing the magic sitting right there in your face. But that's where the death card comes in, that rebirth. It's like you're coming out of this stagnant energy, this is stagnation. This is feeling trapped. This is a mental prison. This is not knowing which way to turn, which way to go. That's what this is. You know, this is feeling like, oh, woe is me. It's not fair. Oh, look what I lost. But you're coming out of that energy. This is you transmuting some energy right here. Give me more for Aquarius. Yes, you're connecting with Spirit. You are connecting with Spirit on a major level. I feel like you're starting to learn with this death and rebirth. You've come out of this stagnation energy, and now you're coming into this connection, okay? And I'm not talking about with another human. I'm talking about with yourself. I'm talking about with Spirit. This is your connection. You're learning to trust your intuition because you have it for a reason. And as an Aquarius, you're already an incredibly intelligent sign. The problem is Aquariuses tend to stay stuck in their head, and it's really hard for them to move out of that headspace. But it looks like you're coming out of that, out of this woe is me, out of this what do I do? I have no way to move forward, to trusting in the universe, right? To a trust. There's some type of just a trust in the messages that you're getting. I feel like for sure with this Four of Cups and then the High Priestess, it's like you weren't even seeing that you could trust your intuition. Like, it's crazy the way this card, the way this card is lined up. Well, it wasn't, but now I'm lining it up like that. But just the way I'm seeing the card, right? It's like there's all of this energy coming out of this bowl. This bowl was your intuition that's been screaming at you, right? And here we have right after that, of course, the High Priestess to say, there's what's coming. That is the energy that we're looking at, that you have been manifesting, that you have abundance of, okay? You have an abundance of this energy from spirit. It's just a matter of getting out of this feeling of loss. With this Five of Cups, there is a woman sitting here, she's crying, she's upset, and she feels like she's locked out of the world or locked out of success or locked out. But there's the key sitting right there. So it's like you trusting your intuition to find that key to unlock and open that door. And that's the energy we're coming into. So now that you are trusting your intuition, or working on trusting your intuition with this Four of Swords and then this High Priestess, you're working on trusting your intuition. You're working on being able to find the key without having to physically see it. We're coming out of that locked in Five of Swords energy. And this Five of Swords is like a battle within yourself, right? I feel like you're starting to, instead of battling and overthinking everything and battling your own self, I feel like you're giving this trust, right, to the universe. You're trusting in the universe to carry you to the next level. And I feel like you're also letting go of this Ten of Swords, okay? This is in reverse. So it's like you're letting go of all of that heartache, all of that pain, the being stabbed in the back a million times, you know? Like, you're letting go of that anger, that sadness, that betrayal. And it's also a betrayal against yourself because you weren't seeing who you actually were, right? So here with the Judgment card, you're seeing who you are. Look in this card. She's her inner self, her inner being, her soul, right, is showing her. She's finally accepting that she's a beautiful creation and that she's also a creator, right? This is her rising to the top. This is her accepting the amazing human being that she is and all of the things that she can accomplish. She's finally seeing those things and letting them out. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. This to me is saying that you were, with all of these, like the Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords, lots of mental stuff, by the way. This is where you adopt that High Priestess energy and that Wheel of Fortune comes in. That's you rising to the top of that wheel. That's you gaining the momentum and getting that positive karma and energy that you've been hoping for so long, right? Once you accept that you can do anything, this is where you rise to the top of that wheel, okay? The thing is, we hold ourselves back with all this mental fog. You don't have to hold yourself back. That stuff is literally, your mind is like the biggest trap, right? It's like a trap and it'll keep you locked into a shitty existence, just not a good place to be. This is you finally coming out of that. This is literally, and I feel like this is real time. Like this is happening now. I feel like this Four of Swords and the Queen of Wands is like, at first, I feel like you had to manifest your own healing and have an ending to an old cycle to come out of that Eight of Swords and that Four of Cups and into the High Priestess mode, you know. And you've manifested all that. Like, you don't realize, and that's hard work. That's not easy shit, man. So what the things that you're doing in this reading, these are nothing, they're not easy. They're not easy things to do. Most people ignore all of this. Most people just move on past it, but not you. And because you're accepting that you are the creator, that you can do anything. Because you're accepting that, you have planted a seed, and you don't maybe see this at the moment, but that seed has grown roots. It is growing. It is becoming something. And it might be hard for you to see that right now. This is justice for you. I feel like this is you working with your shadow self. You know what I mean? Working with that other facet of you, that other side of you, even just the spiritual part of you. This is you bringing those two together to get balance in the situation. It's really beautiful energy. There's definitely a lot of, you know, there was a lot of sadness, but this is something you're coming out of. Now you're learning how to balance the emotional and logical points of yourself, right? You know, you don't want to stay too stuck in the emotional part of it because you make ridiculous decisions. You don't want to stay too stuck in the logical part of it because then you have no heart. Your heart's not leading the way, and it'll take you to places you don't want to go, right? Your heart is the place where you get the true answers. This temperance is like balance. This is like, you know, this also kind of tells me that there is somebody who passed on, somebody who's a youth, not a youth, like not a, it could be, I would say 25 years and under. Okay. This person looks very young. I feel like this person is passed over and they're guiding you throughout this journey. I feel like you might not know that. You might not know that, but this person has passed. And they're trying to help, not trying, they're helping you. They're guiding you. They're there with you even when you have no idea, which is probably most of the time. They're trying to help with the synchronicities, to help, you know, you might not be able to hear this person physically, but in your heart space, you know that this person is guiding you. They're guiding you towards this energy of letting that inner beauty out. They seem to be a young person, 25, I would say 25 and under. And they are definitely with you, always watching you and helping from their side as much as they can. You hold on to this connection with this person too. You have always held that close to your heart. And I feel like you are getting the guidance, even if you don't realize that's where it's coming from. You are hearing the guidance, you're getting the guidance. You just might not realize that's where the guidance is actually coming from. But there's something else that you hold close to your heart, something else that you've been trying to create. You haven't let anybody in on this. This is something you've hidden away. This is something that you don't want to tell a bunch of people about because you're afraid of the energy that they'll put in on it. But you've held this close to your heart for a long time. And this person who has passed this, they know this. They know what it is that you desire deeply. And they're helping you to manifest it. All right. Yeah, and there's, remember, we saw that Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Well, here it is. That wheel's been pushed and pushed and pushed. And it's finally in the direction of you coming up. Okay? This is finally in the direction of you raising your vibration and being the master manifester that you actually are. That the Judgment card has finally shown you that you are this master, that this passed on loved one has been trying to tell you every day, even though you probably cannot hear. They give you signs and synchronicities constantly, okay? This person is someone that you've held very close to your heart. And so you might be able to hear them. And I get that from this Four of Pentacles, because if you see, she's holding that bag close to her heart, but she's got her eyes closed and she still knows. It's like she can still hear or feel or see whatever or whoever this is that's trying to speak to her. This also says that she's not letting go of her dreams, that there are so many dreams that she's not going to let go of, that she's going to continue on to manifest. And this Wheel of Fortune is saying, well, here it is. You might not have seen it. You might not be ready when it happens. You know, we can come to these tarot readings and we can hear all this stuff. Everybody telling, oh, you're going to get this, you're going to get that. But the truth is, we tend to doubt that stuff, you know, and go, oh yeah, that's fine that so-and-so said that, but probably not going to happen to me. This is saying, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because if you see there's dice around her neck, she rolled the dice, right? And the dice, she just rolled the dice, she jumped in, and this is karma going, okay, we're here with you. We're going to help raise you up. She's finding freedom. Now, either this Emperor card is you owning the powerful person that you are, stepping into that powerful energy. And being the creator of your world, the master creator, because the Emperor, he calls the shots. The Emperor runs the show, okay? The Emperor knows the decisions to be made and when to make them. And he may not be the most heartfelt guy, but he's very intuitive and logical and sensible and knows exactly when to do what. Now, this could be you. Or this could be you calling in that energy of the Emperor. Somebody who will balance you out. Somebody who's going to be a very good partner. Someone who, like I said, is a shot caller. He's going to be somebody who knows what decisions to make and when to make them. And that's something that will probably be a big turn on to you. Aquariuses tend to not like needy people or people who don't know their own power, you know. Aquariuses they like a person who knows who they are and knows how to get where they want to go and doesn't need somebody else to do that or to make them feel better about themselves. Because Aquarius doesn't need anybody to do that or to make them feel better. So they want a partner who embodies that same energy. If this is who you're calling in, you have the Two of Cups. This is going to be a beautiful connection, okay? This is going to be something that if this is you calling in this relationship, this Two of Cups is going to say that you guys are going to work so well together, that you're going to mesh really well together, that you're going to be able to create from a beautiful place. And there's going to be a lot of victory, like a lot of, you're going to be very happy about this. Okay. This is going to be something that you're not going to have to overwork yourself. You're not going to have to force the connection. You know what I mean? You're going to be able to go with the flow on this one. The flow is going to take you to a beautiful place. And this is something that you might hear about soon, this person. You might hear something from this person very soon with this Knight of Swords. This guy's running to jump on this motorcycle to get to where he needs to go to get what he needs to get, right? Might be this Emperor coming in like that. Now, if this is you and this Emperor is your energy, this is saying that you are co-creating with the universe in a very powerful way that's going to bring you a huge victory, okay? That you've decided to let go of the forcing of things and really just own your own power of I can control what I can control and I can't control what I can't control. And being okay with that. And once you do that, there's your Emperor energy. You get your Two of Cups. That means the universe and you co-creating, and it meshes well, very well for you. And you get the Six of Wands, which is this victory, which is a huge success, which is what you're looking for. And you're going to find out very soon. With this Knight of Swords, this is coming. This is something you're going to find out quickly. It'll be a lot quicker than you thought. And with this World card, this is absolutely going to change your world. Look, this woman feels like she's on top of the world, right? This is, and also if you see the energy coming from her head, going out into source, this is like you absorbing and using source energy. You can also see it coming from her feet. It's like a constant cycle of energy, but you're using it to create these amazing things. I feel like you're finally owning the power that you have. I feel like it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, and you maybe thought it wasn't going to happen. Give me more for Aquarius, please. Wow. Yes, you're definitely moving away from anything that does not serve you. And this is any energy at all that does not work well or best for you. Anybody who's not wanting to co-create, meaning be a team player, anybody who goes against you, anybody who has hurt you, any choppy waters, any of the places where you felt unseen, unheard, or the places that have felt unfair. You're moving away from all that. You're changing your entire universe. And I've seen that already in this reading several different times, especially with that Judgment card. It's like you're finally letting the real you out. And aha, you unlock something that has needed to be unlocked for some time. The light at the end of the tunnel. You're solving problems for yourself that you didn't even mean to solve. You're having epiphanies, aha moments. You're having ideas hitting you out of nowhere. You know, you're like, oh, I should do this. Oh, I should do that. Yes, well, you should, and you are. You're going to. Wow. Let's see, anything else for Aquarius? Please, Spirit. Oh, yeah. Oh, Aquarius. Let me just tell you something. Well, I'm going to tell you a couple of things, because what I'm just noticing is now we have the Emperor and the Empress, right? A power couple. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're looking for a relationship and that's what you're going to find. This could mean that you are actually melding together the energies. You're working and co-creating. Your masculine and feminine are co-creating with you to make something incredibly beautiful. You are very, very abundant, okay? And people see it. You can see that this Emperor sees this Empress and how beautiful she is and how amazingly abundant and creative she is. You're emotionally, wow, there's so much. It's like a sea of emotions, but you finally learned how to not take every single thing to heart, and only put your heart into what really feels right for you, which creates this Tower moment. This Tower moment is nothing bad. This right here is you building something different. This is going to be something you weren't expecting, like, say, a huge lump sum of money, right? Out of nowhere, somehow and this is how the universe works, okay? It's something you never expect. Out of nowhere, somehow you get all this money, a check for like $50,000, right? Out of nowhere, somebody calls you up and says, hey, maybe they do what your dream job is, and they're like, hey, I'm starting a business and I want you to work with me because I feel like you have the energy that's needed for this business. This is your dream job, right? This is whatever you create. As you're going along, you're not going to realize it. You're just going to be moving along in the energy, and all of a sudden, bam, right? It hits, it does something that it needs to do, which changes your life. This is that elevation, right? This is that, listen, you are literally becoming enlightened. And you're not even only enlightening yourself. This is you enlightening other people. And mastering some things that you've needed to master for a while to be not only successful, but like stable, right? And I'm not talking about like being materialistic. I'm talking about just feeling that stability that you've needed to feel for so long. And there's a choice. Ooh. Listen, if this is about a relationship, with the Eight of Wands and the Lovers, you're going to be finding out about this very quickly. This is going to be something where you end up meeting somebody and you end up falling head over heels in love. Either that or this is a choice that you're making. And once you've made this choice, and it could be this choice to let go of control of things and let spirit lead the way. And if you've made that choice, that means the energy is flying. And once the abundance, everything that you're looking for is here, okay? It's here. It's on its way. Yeah, you've done some soul searching. You've got to watch out, though. Like, I want to pull this really quick and show you. Watch out for anybody who embodies this. We've got this King of Wands and we've got this Devil card. This is like somebody who's going to try to make themselves look like something they're not. And this energy can really take you off your path and take you off your game, you know? And you're going to really need to watch out for that energy. Now, that could be an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. I would just say, don't get stuck on the signs. If you know somebody who embodies the energy of the King of Wands, and probably not his most favorable energy, which would be, he is a player, they know how to, they talk too much, you know, they're the kind of people that'll talk you right out of your panties. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the next day you don't hear, you know, you won't hear from them anymore. You know what I mean? Like, they'll walk out and you won't hear from them for a really long time. This is what I'm talking about. You got to watch out for somebody like that. Okay. And it might be really hard for you to, this may be very enticing. Okay. And that's why the Devil's there, because this is an enticing energy. But if you can see, if you can sit for a moment with that energy and really feel your way through it, you're not going to, I don't feel like you'll even fall for it. To be honest with you, I feel like you're moving in such a different direction that anybody who tries to come in with that energy, you're going to cut them off, right? Like right at the source, right? Because you've got things you've been wishing for. You've got things, you've got goals. You've got something you haven't let go of. And you've got a major love for that. And I feel like you're going after what it is that you desire. You're not being afraid to do that anymore, which starts to create this beautiful tapestry of exactly what you wanted. And it may happen out of nowhere. You know, this is also something where you're working past a lot of heartbreak. But this wounded warrior with this 9 of Wands is like, yeah, I've gone through all this heartbreak and all this sadness, but look at me. I'm standing here and I'm standing strong no matter what. Maybe you didn't know about the strength that you had, but once you have realized it, there's your success. There's your success, man. All right, Aquarius. That is what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please hit the like button. It is a wonderfully free way to help the channel grow, get these messages out there to other Aquariuses who might need to hear them, and it's a nice thing to do. Also, if you were led to subscribe, I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. If you were not led to subscribe, that's okay. I'm not mad. It's all good. I'm really happy that you were here for this one, though, and I really hope to see you in the next one.